Morning, friends. I mean, I guess it's morning for me. Anyway, I am going to be filming a all things behind the scenes of how I edit and things that I do on a typical content creation day. I'm taking you to a coffee shop I have taken you to before. I guess it's kind of like a day in the life vlog, but it's more so focused on how I edit and things like that. And so I'm gonna be showing you some of the things I typically do on a content creation day and just like a work day, taking you to my favorite coffee shop. So we'll be doing that, and I'm leaving here in a minute. There's several things I need to get done today. I don't think I'll be like editing a YouTube video or anything, but there's so many things that I need to edit and get done and film and create. And so you're just gonna kind of get the behind the scenes scoop on how I do that. And yeah, so let's go. Okay, so I was in a super crowded area of the coffee shop, so I wasn't able to really film anything that I got done for the first like hour, but I'll show you now because I got a good room now. Okay, so basically all I've done so far is I got accepted to the Amazon influencers program. So basically I have an Amazon storefront now, which is super cool. So anything that I use for Bible journaling or just creative things in general, I've created lists for so people can purchase on there, which makes it easier for you guys. So that's super exciting. So I just did that. And then I was organizing a bunch of just admin stuff. Since I stepped down from my other position with a different company to pursue this full time, there's a lot of admin stuff I still have to get done. So I finished up that, I'm pretty much done now. So that was just boring stuff you didn't need to see anyway. So now for the rest of the day, right now I'm filming some TikToks, filming some just little things like that. So yeah, the way that I film TikToks, I actually film them on my like normal camera, and then I edit them in an app called Splice, which just makes it a lot easier to cut and create and do all the things that I want to be able to do. But yeah, so I actually just created, or I've been filming all day, different little things I was doing, kind of like a get ready with me, which does well on my TikTok. It's just kind of like I feel like my TikTok page is just kind of a disorganized, get inspired, get creative, live your life thing. A lot of it's like lifestyle and like encouraging you to get in your word. Very similar to Spark Passion, but kind of like on Instagram, but kind of like the video version of that. But I am making a lot more reels, so it's kind of both. So anyway, I filmed basically myself getting ready and then coming to the coffee shop and then starting to work on stuff. So basically, here's all the, you can't really see me, here's all the things that I did before, like all these different TikToks that I've created. So this is on the Splice app. Okay, so then I just selected all those videos and then adds them into this little place. Kind of like if you've ever edited on iMovie, it kind of looks like that, but on the phone. So I now have all these videos here of me getting ready, all those things. So I'm gonna cut and create, and I'm gonna do that really quick, and then I'm gonna post it on TikTok, kind of show you the, what it looks like when it's finished. So this is how it came out. So yeah, it's just a very calm, get ready with me, which I really enjoy filming. This is the first TikTok I posted today. Usually I post like 3 or 4 a day if I can. Usually I've posted a lot more by now, but I had like a busy morning. So now I just caption it and post it. So I also waited to do my time with Jesus until I was here because I figured go to a coffee shop, it's fun. I have like this like little room to myself, which is kind of cool. So if you haven't done that today, this is your casual reminder to go ahead and do that. I'm just going to try and situate out. This couch sinks really low, so I'm trying to do that. Anyway, I'm gonna do that. Okay, so now I am uploading a YouTube video. It is my Christmas haul video, so it's like all the things that I got my friends and what they got me. If I'm talking kind of quiet, it's just because I don't want to disturb other people in like the room over. But yeah, so it's gonna be super fun. And so I filmed this like before and after Christmas. All the things I got my friends, I filmed before Christmas, and then after Christmas I did like a haul of all the things that I got because I really enjoy watching those. And so I figured some of you guys would as well. So while I'm waiting for the video to like process on YouTube, I'm gonna be making the thumbnail on my iPad, which I'll show you. And then I upload it as unlisted so that all my patrons can see it for 24 hours before it's actually released, because if you're a patron, you can have early access in the $5 tier and up to all YouTube videos. And yeah, so it is uploading right now, and I'm going to start working on the thumbnail. Uploaded the thumbnail and all of that stuff. It is at 83% uploaded. The video is taking a little bit longer. I think it's because like the coffee shop Wi-Fi. So while I'm waiting for that, I'm actually on Google Docs now and planning out my January podcast series. I've never done a series on my podcast. I just started it in October. And then I took like a month break, maybe a little bit longer than that, so that I could really plan out what I want it to look like for this year. What are things that I want to take away from this past year to get everyone motivated with me for 2022. And the word that I kept getting was wholeness, and what it looks like to be whole in every area of your life. Not that I feel like I've reached that, but more so I've learned what wholeness is and what it is not. And there's a lot of toxic things in my thinking that I really thought wholeness was and what it looked like to really walk with Jesus, that were just not true. And so I'm gonna do a whole series on that. And so I'm kind of planning out a few weeks. I think it's probably gonna be like 4 weeks, something like that, give or take a week. And so the first episode is really just an intro. It's gonna be, going into the new year with your head on straight. What is wholeness? What is it not? And why do we need it? And so that's what the first episode is going to be. And then the second episode I'm thinking is going to be kind of wholeness in your relationship with Jesus. Fixing certain things about your relationship with Jesus, taking some of the pressure off, and really just having a authentic, genuine walk with God, and what that looks like without the outside pressures of what it should look like, and how to really pursue God in this new year by spending time with Him every day, and what I personally do, and what has helped me, and what this past year has looked like for me in those areas. And then after that, I kind of asked on Instagram with a little question box of what you guys wanted to hear. And a lot of people want to hear, wholeness and mental health, which is definitely going to be one of the episodes. That has been the biggest part of my story the last year. And so I think that's probably going to be one of the later episodes. And then in between there, I kind of want to do like a wholeness in relationships, and talk about boundaries. Not necessarily romantic relationship boundaries. I mean like your relationship with your local church. What does it look like to be involved in serving at a healthy level? And what does it look like to be overworked or not having boundaries, or not even just with the church, with your workplace, with the relationship with your boss, with your coworkers, relationships with friends, relationships, romantic relationships, all of it. I really want to dive into wholeness in your relationships. That probably will be a longer episode just because there are so many things to cover in that. What it looks like to, have two-sided friendships, two-sided romantic relationships, how to navigate difficult work relationships, all of that stuff. And so I really feel like that's a good, that's stuff that I walked through this last year, and stuff that I really like to share, just the things that God has shown me over the past little bit. The basics of wholeness: we've got relationships, we've got relationship with Jesus, we've got mental health, so that's 4 right there. And then past that, I think probably as I do the series, I'll think of extra things, but those will probably tie into other series I plan on doing. So those are kind of the things I'm gonna be planning right now. I'm just kind of bringing you into the thought process. Wholeness podcast series. So I'm gonna be writing all of that out and planning that out officially. I hope to launch it. I would love to film the first episode either today or by the end of this weekend, just so I can kind of get that rolling. And then I'm officially launching like video podcasts. So I'm gonna be, setting up a little podcast area and filming videos, but those will only be available for patrons, the top 2 tiers. It might be 10 also. I'm not positive. I'm trying to keep it straight in my head, but yeah. So if you're a patron, you're gonna get the video version of all of these, which I feel for me, I connect better with people when I can see them and how they're talking. And honestly, I feel like for me, when I'm filming a podcast, it's much easier for me to have a place to look. And so I'm really excited about that. I need to set up like a little area. It is my dream in the future to have like a little studio where I can, film all this stuff, film my YouTube videos, film podcasts, create content, really be productive in areas like this instead of having to travel all the way to coffee shops and stuff. But I do enjoy this too. So yeah, kind of just bringing you into this little section of that. I've missed putting up podcasts. I really feel like God has given me a lot of really just insight over the last year. Not at all that I have it perfectly or that I know what I'm doing at all, but it's just definitely even helped me really process my thoughts, and definitely getting to share about mental health and the church and what it looks like to be in a local congregation in a healthy way. And yeah, so it's just exciting for me. So I'm really, really pumped about this. So I'm gonna continue to write out that. That's what I'm doing for the next little bit. It might take me like probably 30 minutes to an hour while I wait for this YouTube video to upload. And then I'm gonna release that for the patrons for today, and then tomorrow it'll be posted for everyone. And so yeah, this is just all the behind the scenes things. Okay, so I planned all that out. I still need to do a little bit more, but I feel more prepared for it. The next thing I want to do is create kind of a promotional graphic for it to put on Instagram. The actual like cover of it will be the same cover that's for the entire podcast, but I want to make like a little graphic that I can post on Instagram to really tell people what this whole series is going to be about. So I'm going to make that. And then yeah, I will show you that little process. A little break and got some food. They have really good sandwiches here. I've never tried this one, so I'm really excited. It's a turkey avocado club. So I'm gonna take a break and eat this really quick, and then I'm gonna make the podcast thumbnail and upload the YouTube video for the patrons. Okay, so the video on YouTube officially uploaded. So now I'm gonna go to Patreon and share it with all the patrons, and they'll have access to it for around 24 hours before I actually release it. And so I'm creating that little post right now. So basically it's just gonna say early access to a YouTube video. Okay, I just wrote that out and I'm about to publish it right now, and I will show you it right now. I just uploaded the thumbnail and then just kind of said like early access, new YouTube video, and then shared the link for that, and then I'm going to go ahead and publish it. And then tomorrow I will publish it for everybody else. So yeah. Okay, I've gotten a lot accomplished so far. There's a couple things that I do outside of Spark Passion. I do some freelance graphic design things. So I'm actually going to hop into doing that really quick. Probably take me 30 minutes to an hour or so to finish up that and send that over to them. And then I need to go through my to-do list, make sure that everything I needed to create today has been created. And then if there's still extra stuff, I will be staying here until it closes so I can get all of my stuff done. And then obviously I can't really put in this video, me editing this video, but after today I will be editing this video. My goal is to post a YouTube video every other week and a podcast every other week. So it would rotate podcast video like that. And then I hope to, in the future, if I really can end up doing Spark Passion full time, which is really the goal, then it would be weekly for both. But I just need to make sure that I am, before actually committing to that, make sure that I am able to keep up with that pace. If I need to get something small or part-time before this can actually be a full-time platform for me, I definitely won't have time for that. But I want to just try it out for a little bit, try the bi-weekly thing for both. Because honestly, so much, I feel like people underestimate how much work goes into being a full-time content creator. It's like a lot. And this video really only gives you a very small glimpse. I mean, I've been working today because I was doing some work before this video even started too. I've worked today for around 6 hours, just solely on stuff that nobody sees. A lot of admin stuff, a lot of graphic design, things that come out in weeks. And so it's a joy for me. I absolutely love it, but it really is a lot of work. And so I'm really, really hoping that this can be my full-time job, because I really have such a blast doing it and creating content for you guys and inspiring you to grow in your relationship with Jesus. So it really is just so much fun for me. So I'm really pumped. I'm really excited to make the podcast series. And so, yeah, so thanks for following along in this video. I'm not sure how much else I have to do, but we'll see. Okay, so the very last thing that I decided to get done while I'm here, I may do more stuff when I get home, as well as edit this YouTube video, is, well, I just finished the freelance thing. I didn't really need to show that because it didn't have anything to do with my stuff. But yeah, so I'm actually, I think I've said this before, I'm writing a book right now. It's pretty much done. There's just several pieces that I still need to complete and write, like the prologue or the preface, and just stuff like that. Different chapter things. I need to name some stuff, and actually type it all out because it's all written. And so I need to go through that. I'll show you the book that it's all written in. It's all written in here, and so there are just so many things, and it's not 100% complete, but it definitely will be by definitely the end of February or so. And then I'm sending it to my old high school English teacher. We're actually really close still, and she's gonna edit it for me. And then my best friend is writing the foreword, and then I'm publishing it through Amazon and Kindle. And I'm designing the cover myself and stuff, so there's just a lot of stuff that I have to actually get done and work with the publishing company and structure and stuff. So it's a poetry book actually, and it'll be paired with some chapters about why certain things were written. It'll be different parts and stuff, and so all the poetry will be sectioned off into 3 different parts. So there'll be a part 1, part 2, part 3. And each part has a specific reasoning behind why it's written, and so I need to write chapters based off of those parts and go through all of these and mark which part they fit into, because they're all written kind of everywhere. And so I just need to organize that, and yeah, so that's the little last segment of this video. After I work on that a little bit, I'll be heading home, eat some dinner, take care of myself, stop working, and yeah, so love you guys. Thank you for tuning into this video. I hope that you enjoyed this and maybe got some ideas for your own content creation and things that you like to do creatively, and kind of got a little inside scoop of what it looks like for a typical day of content creation. And if you don't already, here's my Instagram, and the things that I do on a daily basis are always up on this, and that's kind of where I got my start. And so if you want to follow along a little bit closer to this family, that's a great place to go. And then I also have a Patreon, which is a way that you can support me financially in this content creation journey that I'm on. I'm really hoping, like I said earlier, to do this full time and for it to really be what I pursue as my career. And so everything counts and everything helps me reach that goal. And paired with that, you'll get benefits, and each tier has different benefits, which I've listed out in several other videos. There's a video on my page or my YouTube channel called Big Life Update. And everything in that video explains Patreon and what goodies you get for being a part of that. And so if you want to check more into that, it's patreon.com/sparkpassion. It's also in the link in my bio, as well as my Amazon favorites and all the other things that I use to get close to the Lord and content create. So I love you guys, and thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, subscribe and like this video. And yeah, love you guys. Bye.